Like
like
Ian Wright. Where'd you find one of those? Well, I'll tell you where we'll find him now. He's at the Emirates Stadium with a big, wide smile on his face, Righty. And he is with a very proud young man.
Yes.
Take it away.
Yes, I was going to say, Miles, listen, I've got to say, when the first time I saw you at AL End, playing in midfield, now you're playing left back and playing for Arsenal in the North London derby, what was that like? Because I saw you like whooping up the crowd at the end when you was coming. What was it like?
Well, it was amazing, man. It's everything that I lived up to in my dreams. Well, I couldn't believe it. I had to take in every moment of every second of the game. So honestly, it was amazing, honestly.
In respects of like the game itself and you getting used to the game, because I know that Mikel started, he's giving you 60 minutes, 90 minutes. You're training with the guys obviously all the time. How does it feel physically for you? How are you feeling about when you got the 60 minutes, 6 minutes, then the 90? How do you feel?
Well, at first, obviously, it's hard getting used to it, but I feel like my body's adjusting now, and I feel great, you know. I just want to carry on doing it.
So what was it? Was it like playing against Tottenham when it really matters? Because going into this game, Miles, I don't know what it was like in the dressing room in respect to, but there's a certain amount of pressure, especially with Liverpool drawing, Arsenal having to win their home games, and it's against the North London rivals like Tottenham. You're coming in as an 18-year-old. How are you feeling about the whole pressure and everything what's going on in that respect?
Well, as a team, you know, we feel pressure, but this is what we live for. Moments like this we live for. It's a derby, and we need to win, and that's what we did today. So, how's
the morale in it? Because like people talking about the missed chances and missing out and trying to catch Liverpool and trying to win the league and obviously going out the cup. What's the morale like? Is everybody still up and pumped up? Everybody still belief?
Well, obviously, after a loss, we're down, but obviously our culture and our team is amazing. We're all together. We all stick with each other. We all have full belief in each other's talents and their mindset. So, yeah, obviously you want to bounce back, and no better way to do it than today.
So tell me about how your body's feeling, because you're now playing proper first-team football, what you dreamed about, what you wanted to dream about.
Yeah.
How's it feeling? Tell me how your body is.
I feel amazing.
You feel tough. You feel strong, bro. Look.
I feel like $1 million, you know, so, yeah.
Is it everything you expected it to be? What's happening right now?
Yeah, everything and more, you know, honestly. Everything and more, honestly, yeah. So.
Yeah, hang on a minute. Let's show you this clip. I think they got this clip. Where's the clip? Show us the clip of him. Because look at what you're smiling. What happened just now? Something just happened with you and was it Bergvall?
Yeah.
How's you feeling now?
Just happy, you know, just taking it in, soaking it in. Yes, sir. This is amazing, man. Yeah.
But so at that time, obviously we hadn't finished the game yet, but you looked like you was properly buzzed up. Who's here? Who's here? Your mum here? Your dad?
My mum,
here?
my grandma, my friends.
Your grandma's here?
Yeah, I had to put on a show for my grandma, make sure that I didn't look soft in front of her. I had to make sure I was middle of my tackles for her, and hopefully she's proud of me, so yeah.
We're all proud of you. We're all proud of you. Just before you go, though, I wanted to say to you, was there, with Brennan Johnson, could have said to them, was there any of them like the physicality you was feeling, oh my gosh, I'm going to be afraid of him, or he's going to be this? Nothing?
Never afraid of no one. I want to go against the best, I want to be the best, so you have to go against the best.
To be the best.
Exactly.
Nice one, Mark. Well, all the best, man.
Thank you.
I wish
so
you all
much,
the best.
Ian. Thank you.
Take it easy, yeah? Steve, back to Steve. Let me see me and my guy just shoot off. Yes, my guy.
Love it, Righty. Love it. And what a magnificent story. And you know what that's like. You know what it's like to put the smiles on Arsenal faces in this fixture.
Yeah, I mean, it's massively important to the fans and everybody associated with the club. So, you know, like I said earlier, it was an important game for us. And this was the perfect opportunity then to sort of reset, reevaluate everything, and then give us that platform then to go on and to finish the season now strongly.
And as he said, for once today, they weren't ruining those missed opportunities, those killer chances that they couldn't put away.
Yeah, but I think, to be honest with you, it's a game that Arsenal controlled throughout. But, like, I still think they still need to work much better in their finishing, because they created so many chances today. The game ended up being 2-1. It could have been 5-1, 7-1. For a team that want to win the league, that I expect them to win the league sooner or later. But keep playing like this, I don't think it's going to be possible, because today we can see Tottenham were nowhere, like they were nowhere close to Arsenal level. You can see the level was above, and Tottenham were just playing. They were just trying to find themselves, and a lot of young players, they don't have this experience. This is a derby against Arsenal. So for me, Tottenham were completely off today. Arsenal play well, but for me, they get the 3 points. But moving forward, when they will play next, obviously the weekend against Aston Villa is going to be another whole game together.
Is that still a nagging worry? Because in the last 5 minutes, when there were a couple of corners there for Tottenham at 2-1, there was still a bit of edginess, understandably, around the stadium.
Yeah, I think so. I think, obviously when there's just a goal in it, there's always that sense of, the team have one opportunity and that can hurt you. But I think, it was important just to get this result tonight, get that win, no matter how, at all costs. But then they can build on this now. And like Addy said, there was chances there again, and that's been a sort of reoccurring sort of theme over the last few weeks where they haven't managed to capitalise on decent chances. And that's something that they are going to have to address. They can't keep relying on, a set piece and things like that. That can take you so far, but they do need to start converting these chances that they're making.
The problems are in front of goal, and they were still there today, but they haven't been punished from that today because Tottenham haven't threatened enough. Gabriel was magnificent at the back there, marshalled their defence. It's really important if you're not scoring the goals that you're trying to keep it tight at the back, and I think they did there tonight. I mean, they limited Tottenham to very few chances, but the problem's still there. It's a nice problem to have if you win the game because then you can address it. He needs to find out how is he going to address it with the personnel, what he has. It's very difficult without Saka getting fit. He's going to make a hell of a difference. But I'm not sure the player, what they need in front of goal is going to be out there in the January market. I think they will be looking for it, perhaps on a loan to bring someone in. Body, they probably ruined the fact that Eddie Nketiah has left. I'm not saying he's the answer, but he would have been someone who would move in there now, who's a sniffer around the box. He can score goals. Chances like that tonight, you would see Eddie Nketiah taking them. Even with a bit part where he played for Arsenal Football Club. Now he's gone. Is there someone else out there they can possibly bring up from the academy? They're good at that. Top draw players bringing in. Ranieri's come in, he's been outstanding. There's probably not a kid at a number 9. Everyone's looking for the same players around the league, especially at the top of the league. Very difficult to improve the players what they already have. And that man to come in and score 10 goals between now and the end of the season, almost impossible to find.
That's the problem at this time of year, isn't it?
That's to find a striker right now. We're in January to find a top striker that can win you the league. It's not easy. It's not out there. Otherwise, he will still be in the club that he's in. Yeah. And I think Arsenal, as we said, they're playing good football. He said at the beginning of the game that we used to play football into the net. Today, you can see Arsenal are crossing, but you can't rely on crossing. It's always option B. When the game becomes difficult, last minute, then you put a cross in, then a defender or whoever can score, then it's a winning chance for us. But now, if they rely on free kick to win the league, I will be really surprised about that. They need a proper striker. Yeah. But is it there any striker on the market? I don't think so either. So they have to bring someone from the academy or whatever, but they need to start playing with a proper number 9.
Easier said than done at this time of year, though, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It is a difficult market to go out there and to go and bring in someone who's going to guarantee you goals. I think, Havertz is a brilliant player and he's, his work ethic up there is second to none. But I think he can play just as effective in other positions on the pitch, in the midfield role or slightly wide. I think he's capable of doing that. But we just need, I think, someone with that little bit of goal instinct, that knack of scoring, them little darting runs. Do you know what I mean? Where, you'll explain better than anyone, but who just understands how to, put that ball or in the back of the net or just to sniff out an opportunity or something like that. I think that's what sort of lacking at the moment.
Like an Ian Wright.
On the touchline, because with just one goal in it, I'm sure you couldn't relax at the end. It was still very open.
Yeah, I think we made it harder for ourselves because I think we deserve to score at least 1 or 2 more. But yeah, we have to suffer. We have the capacity to do that as well. But the attitude for me was outstanding. The way they played, the purpose that they played, the intensity, it was really good.
And how does that now set you up going into a crucial period? You've got the Champions League back next week as well, just 4 points off Liverpool now, so right back in it. What foundation does that give you for the rest of the season?
Nothing. Tomorrow and the next game, because we play every 3 days. So the foundation of the last game, that we were incredibly good against United and we end up losing the game somehow. It's the next day. It's about the next day. Today we won, great, enjoy now for a few hours, and now it's Villa again.
But in terms of getting your confidence back after what's been a tough week and a tough couple of cup games.
My confidence comes seeing them every single day and the way they perform. It's not about a result. If a result is going to take my confidence out or in, then we shouldn't be doing this.
But Mikel, it's been a difficult time, hasn't it? To the Newcastle defeat, the Manchester United going out, and then you go a goal down. Yeah. And you must be thinking the tide's really against us here, and we're totally dominating the game 25 minutes in. So you've really had to dig. The team's shown a great deal of spirit here and brave on the ball to keep going, but you must have been thinking, hold on, have I run over a cat or something? Because it's been a really difficult few days.
Well, we cannot feel sorry for ourselves. I mean, what we can control is performance, and performance is there and it's been there constantly. The results, this is unfortunately football is so volatile, and what you deserve, you don't occasionally get it most of the time. Long term, medium term, I'm sure we will do, and today they've done it again.
Mikel, we had Declan on earlier and I asked him the same question. I think all your fan base, the question they all want to know the answer to is, with the injury to Gabriel Jesus now, is that an area now looking into kind of reinforcing within the squad?
Yes, for sure, because we lost two players, big players, Bukayo that can be out for up to 3 months, so that's a long time, and Gavi that's going to be out for a long time.
This window, do you think?
We're going to try for sure. I mean, we are actively looking at things. We have lost two very important players. We have 14 players in the squad, and we play every 3 days. So we will try, but let's see what we can get.
And just quickly, Milesley with Skelly tonight, Declan Wright was singing his praises. Just 18. Mikel, just what do you think about the way he's developing and just how confident he is?
He was phenomenal today, I think. He's a real personality, you know. He has so much trust in himself. He has an attitude about him. Because you have to play against Kulusevski and Johnson here. It's not easy. The way he handled the situation, the occasion as well, it was top, I think.
Well done tonight, Mikel.
Okay.
Thanks
Thank
for
you so
joining
much.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Do you know that point there, West Ham, and there was loads of clubs interested in him, and everyone was saying, what's so great about him? I was saying, put aside his ability. I think that's unquestionable. He's got a great ability. He can play several positions, and he does them well to a high standard. But I thought the most important part for him and for a football club was you're getting a man. You're getting a man who can actually ram the troops and rally the troops up and really lead people. And I think it's a bit of a throwback in that sense, and there aren't many of them around. So if you could get your hands on someone like that, he's great for the changing room, great for the spirit, especially when things aren't going so well. And I think in this period of time, they needed probably someone like him in there, among others, to make sure that they remain steady in there and calm.
And while Martin was giving him a bit of positional advice, it was nice to hear him say that he just gets excited in a game like that. Was it nice to see him just enjoying the game in the way he did?
It is, and sometimes you need the little voice behind you saying, hold on, just sit in for a minute, because maybe my legs are gone at the moment, so I need you to sit there. But he can play any position. He plays the 6, he can play the 8. I mean, in the finished Arsenal team, when it's completely finished, I think he plays as a 6. But for now, you can enjoy that work rate. His engine's remarkable. He gets up and down. His technique's improved. His passing range. He's really got everything. But you want him. For instance, for the first goal, Partey's coming out, doesn't really quite get there, but I'm pretty certain Declan would have done.
Do you know what I think? I think you take something away from him. I think he's got too much going the other way if you just narrow him down to a 6. I think he's got that 8 position where he can get up and down the pitch. Crouchy mentioned before the game, his ability to turn defence into attack and cover like 30, 40 yards with the ball and then play the right pass. I think playing in the 6 and saying, right, stay there, I think he's got too much to do that, I think there's other players who think they could do that and he could get more out of him the other way.
I think he's got the energy to do both, though, Rio. I genuinely do. I think there was one little moment in the second half where he sweeped up and he was behind the two centre halves. But then you see him and he's in the box. He's all action. He can carry the ball. He's from defence into attack, and he's got everything a midfielder needs.
That's why the 8. I think the 8's him, man.
But such an asset for the club that he can switch between the two positions. We spoke a little bit earlier, Crouchy, about Martin Ødegaard, just how much he makes everything tick for Arsenal. Just overall, how do you assess his?
Leandro, listen to these celebrations. This must be a great feeling.
Yeah, this is what we needed. A win today, and we all know that we have to win those games, especially against Spurs. What it means to the fans, you can see everyone is buzzing, so it's a great night for us.
That's it, a win in the North London derby. You've done the double over Tottenham. There's not many better things in a league season, is there?
No, definitely not. Yeah, we want to win every game, and especially those games. We know what it means to the fans, and we were up for it today, and we took the 3 points.
Your goal turned out to be the winner. Your first time scoring in a North London derby. What did that feel like?
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling, especially if that gives you the win as well. And I'm just happy for everyone. We work so hard day in, day out, and I had to come, and today is the day, and now we need to look forward.
As a team, you have had so many chances lately, and things just haven't been falling quite right. How much did you need those goals to go in today?
Yeah, we're pushing every day, as I say, and yeah, it's the hardest thing in football is to get the ball in the net, and I think we could have scored more today as well, but obviously we're happy with the 3 points, and yeah, let's celebrate tonight.
Well, you do go second in the Premier League table. You're back there, 4 points now behind Liverpool. Is this now what you need? Is this the time to really put the pressure on them in the title race?
Yeah, we always want to put pressure on, and we just can look at ourselves, and that's try to win every game, and started today, and as I say, we need to look forward now and take all the positives from today, and let's enjoy this win.
Well played today, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, they will enjoy the win. What a time to score your first goal in a North London derby, to win it for your club.
Mikel Arteta could consider this job done. Victory over their North London rivals moved Arsenal up to second place and closed the gap at the top of the Premier League table to 4 points. The head coach, though, will know that if his side is to increase the pressure on Liverpool at the head of the table, they must demonstrate a more effective cutting edge. And this performance will have only added to Arteta's determination to add to his squad this month. Concerns about Arsenal's goal threat are nothing new, but the view that Arteta's side lacked the necessary firepower to sustain a title challenge has been only strengthened by Bukayo Saka's absence with a hamstring injury. The loss of Gabriel Jesus to an ACL injury sustained last weekend only added to those worries. Their failings in front of goal were all too evident in their last 2 outings, the League Cup semi-final first leg defeat to Newcastle United and the Sunday's FA Cup exit at the hands of Manchester United. Arteta's side conjured 49 attempts on goal across the 2 games for the return of just 1 goal. It's clear no team with realistic trophy ambitions can afford that kind of profligacy. Arteta's options up front are limited, and the front 3 of Kai Havertz, Leandro Trossard and Raheem Sterling that started against Tottenham is hardly the kind of front line to strike fear in many Premier League defences. On this occasion, though, they faced a makeshift Tottenham defence that for some time have given the impression of being a goal waiting to happen. It's clear Arteta needs more depth to his squad, but while new faces may arrive before the end of the month, for now the Spaniard has to go with what he has got. And that means hoping that Havertz can find some consistency in front of goal and that Sterling can finally find his feet following his loan move from Chelsea. Doubts about Sterling's ability to make an impact at the Emirates Stadium were only reinforced by the forward's unconvincing start to the game when he inexplicably slowed as he ran onto a through ball, allowing Tottenham keeper Antonin Kinskei to get there first. Sterling was making only his 3rd league of an injury-affected season, and his indecision was a reflection of a player in desperate need of form and confidence, and only underlined the impact of the loss of Saka, and to a lesser extent Ethan Nwaneri, to Arteta's side. The former Manchester City winger was a serial trophy winner at the Etihad Stadium, and his title-winning know-how ought to be invaluable to a group of players lacking similar experience. There is still time for a player of Sterling's experience to exert some influence on the campaign, but there were few signs of him returning to anything like his best form and was easily contained by Tottenham left-back Jed Spence before his departure on the hour. Havertz was similarly quiet despite Arsenal dominating much of the opening period of the game, and when he was presented with a good opportunity to score from a Martin Odegaard corner early in the second half, the Germany international again lost his bearings. Another tame header, this time from Thomas Partey's cross, prompted thoughts of what a more ruthless centre-forward might have made of the opportunity. It came as little surprise then that Arsenal were forced to rely on their much-lauded threat with a dead ball to get back in the game after Tottenham had unexpectedly taken the lead through Son Heung-min. For our team that prides itself on the way it approaches set-pieces at both ends of the pitch, the Spurs opener was one to forget for Arteta and his coaching staff, however. Son was allowed far too much time to set himself and direct a deflected volley past David Raya after the ball looped clear.